All right. Hello, everyone. Morgan Heitzma here with Scott Leroy Marketing. And today we're going to be talking about our Facebook ads. This is a really cool class. Today we're going to learn how to not only connect our social media platforms with our KW command, but we're also going to learn how to create a few designs as well as schedule them out on our Facebook business page. First and foremost, as you're kind of seeing the KW command homepage here, just know that we're going to be bouncing back and forth between primarily KW command and our Facebook business page. Now, as we're taking a look here, if this is your very first time signing into KW command, it's going to be agent.kw.com. It should take you to this login page right here. And the login should generally consist of the first letter of your first name followed by your last name. If it's a pretty common combination like John Smith, you may have a number associated at the end here. And you will have your designated password. Once we go ahead and enter in our KW username and password, we'll go ahead and click sign in here. And for today's demonstration, I'll actually use Scott's login today. Once we sign in, we're taken to our KW command homepage. Now, I know my screen is a little large here, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit for us. There we go. And our KW command homepage here generally consists of little windows into our left-hand icons, which is our individual tools. And as we scroll down right here, we'll notice that we'll have a number of different sections that we can take a look at. One thing to kind of note inside of our KW command platform is if we click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner here, it should open up our left-hand icon so we can kind of read these a little bit easier. And each page is designated to a specific function to help you run your business. Now, if we kind of take a look right here and we think about Facebook ads, there's going to be a couple different sections in this left-hand icons right here that we're going to be able to use to send those out. The first one is going to be our designs right here. This is how we create our content. And the second one here is going to be our campaigns, where we send that content out. So think of it as a two-part process. And before we actually jump in to create our designs and send them out through our campaigns here, we want to first make sure that we have our social media connected within the back end of our command settings. So we can do that very easily by clicking on our name on the top right-hand corner here. Once you give that a click, it should bring a drop down here for you. And we're going to actually look for the settings option right here. It's going to look like a gear icon. And once we give that a click, we're taken to our KW command settings page. And within the settings page right here, you'll have a number of different third-party connections that if you're already currently utilizing these, say if you already have a Twitter that you're using, you can go ahead and connect that, so on and so forth, with Gmail, Office 365, Twitter again right here. But we're primarily going to focus on the social media portion, and in that, we're primarily going to focus on our Facebook. But I do kind of want to lump Facebook and our Twitter in kind of together because they serve very identical functions, only they get sent to two different platforms. So one thing to notice right off the bat is we get a good screenshot right here of our two Facebook connections. We have our Facebook post scheduling right here, and we also have our Facebook ads manager. We're going to want to make sure that we connect both of these because, again, these serve two different functions. The first function right here with the Facebook post scheduling up top here, if you connect this, what this will allow you to do is schedule posts, say 5, 10, 15 posts to go out on certain days. So you don't have to sit there and post on that exact day and time. So if you're ever wondering how big franchises are able to kind of post all the time on social media, chances are they're using a post scheduler to do that for them, where they can sit down, create the bulk load of their content, and then set up a scheduler so they don't have to worry about their social media for the week or for the month. So this is going to be a free connection right here for us. What this does is this posts to your internal business page, your Facebook business page, for people who've already liked your page. So you're not really hunting for people who don't know about you yet. This is just to keep front of mind when it comes to people who've already liked your business page. So we're going to want to go ahead and connect this. We're also going to want to connect your Facebook Ads Manager. And your Facebook Ads Manager is going to be where you set up a payment method and send out ads to target for new leads. So again, each ad, depending on how long you run it and how saturated you want it to be within a certain group or certain geolocation, this will depend on how much a specific ad will cost. So as we're taking a look right here, each ad costs a specific amount depending on those criteria. But again, this will be how you find leads that are interested in your business who don't quite know about you just yet. So as we're taking a look, these do serve two very different functions, but they're very important because, again, you're being able to, contact and keep front of mind with people who've already done business with, who already like your business page, and then hunt for new leads as well. Now, we already have these connected right here. And if I go ahead and click manage right here, I can disconnect these. And what you'll typically find these underneath two different sections right here. So I'm going to disconnect both of these right here. And you'll find one inside of the social tab right here inside of our settings. You'll find your Facebook post scheduling. You also have your Twitter post scheduling. So you can connect both of these right here. And then if we scroll down here to marketing automation, this is where your ads managers are going to be. So again, we want to find both of these and connect both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the ads manager here. I'm not sure if it showed you, if you caught that really quick, but there will be a secondary pop-up for you to complete your username and password to connect this. Since I was just connected and I disconnected it really quick, it didn't quite highlight that section for us. But I do want to at least make note of it here today. With that, we're going to sign in using our personal Facebook username and password, because our personal Facebooks own our business page. Think of your personal Facebook account as the parent of your business pages. So we'll go ahead. This is my personal Facebook page that I connected right here. You can tell by the personal photo right here. And if I give a click on this drop-down arrow, it should also show me all of the different business pages that I personally have that I have connected to this account. So from this point onward, I have a couple different options. I can choose just the business page that I want to send campaigns out through, or I can select a couple here and say, maybe I want to actually have my hobby page be able to be posted through as well. So I'll select both of these. Just for our example here, I'm going to click done. And then it should say Facebook Ads Manager preferences have been updated. Now, the big thing that we've kind of seen within here is, sometimes with this connection, we have our KW command and then we have our Facebook, right? So we have two different platforms that are really talking to each other here. If command were to have an update, or if Facebook were to have an update, there may be a situation where the update may accidentally sever this connection. So if there's a time where that, say, yesterday you were able to send out Facebook ads and today it's just not letting you, please come back here. And if you go back to your Facebook Ads Manager and click Manage right here, if you give this a click right here, if it doesn't bring a pop-up with your business pages, and if it gives you a red error, chances are you may need to just disconnect the account and then reconnect it. That should solve the issue for you. If not, please reach out to us and we'll be able to help. So now that we have our Facebook Ads Manager connected, we'll connect our Facebook post scheduling. So again, there's that pop-up there for to sign in. As we sign in right here, again, it'll give us those 3 business pages that we're connected to, or however many business pages you have under that account. So again, I'll click on my teaching samples right here. I'll also click on my hobby page. I'm going to click on connect right here. And now I have the ability to post and create ads for both of these different business pages. So this would technically be that connection process. Now there's one other connection process that's a little bit weird, and that's going to be Instagram right here. And as you see, if we scroll up and down right here, we only really have one connection for Instagram, and that's going to be post scheduling. So if you're wondering how do I post ads through Instagram, this is actually going to be through your Facebook business page itself. So bear with me for a moment. We're going to take a field trip over to my Facebook business page. And as we take a look on this new tab right here, this is my personal Facebook. Welcome. And you see that I have my account on the top right-hand corner here. And again, it shows that personal photo right here. So I'm currently signed into my personal Facebook page. If you have not created a business page yet, what we can do is we can click on these dotted square right here. And if we give that a click, you'll have two different sections right here. You'll have your menu section, and then you'll have your create section. Your create section is going to have a white flag in here with the title page. And if we give this a click, this is how we actually go to create our Facebook business page. So here we can give it a page name. We can start to add a headshot, a background image, and then start to add some more information. So for this example, I'm not going to create a brand new business page here, but I did want to at least highlight this section for you if you have not created a Facebook business page yourself yet. Once you have this created already, we can simply go back to that dotted square on the top right-hand corner here. And instead of the right-hand side, we're going to look on the left-hand side. And right here, you'll have an orange flag that says pages. A little bit different than the white flag. It'll be orange right here. And if we give this a click, it should highlight those 3 business pages that we saw within our KW command here. So it should show you, should show you all of those business pages that you have. Now, again, for this demonstration, I'm going to sign into my KW teaching samples. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a click right here. And as we take a look, you'll see that I have a different headshot than my personal headshot right here. Facebook did an update probably about 6 to 8 months ago where you have a opportunity to sign into your page itself instead of your personal profile. So as we're taking a look at this business page, even though I own it and I'm the one that created this, on the left-hand side right here, you'll see that there will be a couple of sections that are grayed out right here. In order to have these sections become active, we'll actually need to swap over to interact as that business page. So as we're taking a look right here, clicking on my headshot in the top right-hand corner, this should show you a small little headshot right here. As well as a kind of like a rotating, what would you call that? Rotating arrow. And if we give that a click, it'll swap from your personal page over to your business page right here. And once we have this load up right here, it should allow us to view those additional options right here. So again, it really activated those additional options, and we're actually going to be jumping into the Insights section right here. So if we click on Insights right here, it should take us to a brand new page with a brand new set of options on the left-hand side. Inside of this, we'll have a few different sections that we can take a look at. So the first section is going to be linked accounts right here. And if we click on linked accounts, you'll see that this is where we actually go to connect our Instagram. So this connection right here takes place inside of your Facebook business page, but this also is the connection to allow you to create paid ads for your Instagram account. So we'll need to connect this first, and then once you go back to your campaign section, it should become available for you. The second section, I'm going to back out here, one backspace, so we'll still have all these new settings right here. The second section that I wanted to take a look at is going to be your page access right here. Taking a look at this right here, this allows us to be able to see that our Keller Williams KW marketing right here, this is essentially KW command. So this just lets me know that I do have my KW command successfully connected. If you don't have it connected, or if it's acting a little weird for you, we can go ahead and click these three dots, remove access, and then we can jump back to our settings here, disconnect, and then reconnect. So you'll have those options for you. And then last but not least, people with Facebook page access. If you're working with a team and you want your other team members to be able to have access to post to your business page, you may want to add that right here with Facebook access. I believe individuals who you add to your Facebook business page, they will need to have at least an admin credential or higher in order to be able to use it within their KW command. So those are the connections within your Facebook here for you. That kind of essentially allows you to get your Instagram paid ads, and then you'll connect your post scheduling right here. So and then last but not least, if we scroll down, I don't quite have a Twitter, but same process goes for Twitter, except for the Instagram portion, where you'll just connect both of these right here and be able to utilize it. And I think that's about the majority of connecting all of our social medias within our KW command here. So again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be sure to help provide some additional information for you. So now that we have this connected right here, the second thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create some marketing. Now, as we kind of remember, we have a Facebook post scheduling and we have a Facebook ads manager. So for this instance, we want to create a paid ad to claim leads, right? To hunt for leads. And we want to create a scheduled post to just interact with the people who are already engaged with us. So, so as we go ahead and click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner here, I'm going to first make my way over to designs. And by clicking on designs right here, it should take you to the designs like homepage to show all the different designs you've been working on. And if we click on create design on the top right-hand corner here, this should bring up about 4 different options for us: email, social, print, and video. Now, when we make our way to our campaigns page, you're going to have an opportunity to create an email campaign, a social media campaign. You can send out direct mailers like postcards through the print option. So please keep in mind that whichever option you choose right here within the designs, they may have to fit within that certain criteria inside of your campaigns, aka emails go with the email campaigns and cannot be attached to social media. So we're going to click on social here and then continue. Connection to Twitter does allow for posts and paid ads. So Twitter connection does allow for the same connections that you would typically see with Facebook. Now, as we clicked on social right here, we're inside of our social designs. On the left-hand side is going to be a number of different drop-downs for us to choose our templates from. And these drop-downs really are divided into certain action items, right? So is this a listing you're working with? Is this a buyer you're working with? Are we just trying to generate leads? So on and so forth. So we have a number of different options here. Holiday is awesome as well. I'm going to actually choose the lead generation here because we do need to create a paid ad. And for this lead generation right here, I may want to just post like a market expert, right? So I can actually kind of show them and showcase them like what their market looks like in their area, or just as a whole, right? We also have inside of lead generation, when it comes to post scheduling, client love right here. So again, you have the ability to schedule these posts out. If you want to send your clients a personal happy birthday, like private message, you have that ability to kind of do that as well right here, or post on their page. But yeah, pretty cool to be able to kind of already have these pre-generated marketing materials here for us at our disposal. Now, as we are taking a look, I'm going to actually choose let's choose like a coming soon, right? So say I have a new listing on the market. I kind of want to showcase this I want to kind of get some more leads, eyes on this new listing right here. So in this case, coming soon will be perfect for us for a paid ad. Taking a look right here, you'll see a number of different shapes and sizes. So there's a lot of different rectangles right here. You'll see some that are square and some that are in that wide rectangle shape. This will depend on how you're trying to utilize your marketing material. So as you see up top here, we have all, social stories, social square, and social wide. So you have social stories right here, which is the long square, a long rectangle. And as you see, it just kind of shows you the dimensions right here. When we go to social square and social wide right here, social wide will reflect more of your Facebook posts. Social square will reflect more of your Instagram or Twitter posts right here. Are all lead gen options just paid ads? Well, you have a number of different options that you have when it comes to generating leads, right? Some do open houses, some do paid ads, right? Some do client appreciation events. So really, however you like to utilize your lead generation, I think would there's a number of different options out there for you. Coming soon right here, I'm just going to go ahead and select just a very easy template. And again, if I go a little too quick inside of this designs page here, just know that we have a full in-depth designs class to kind of show you all of the different tools and resources that we can use here. So first and foremost, as we take a look right here, I'm just going to select a random listing. Looks to still be loading up a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to choose KWLS on the left-hand side. I'm going to search for 123 Main Street. I'm going to hit enter here, and I'm going to see if there's maybe a listing that I can kind of pull from. So I'm going to select this listing right here. I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag over top right here. We'll wait for this to finish loading. There we go. And I can even double click and I can kind of adjust it a little bit more if I'd like to. Let's say right here. So as we're taking a look right here, this is a great great ad. I know it's limited information, but I can also 123 Main Street. Just also type in as much information as I'd like right here. Some agents love to add a additional headshot down below so they know who that individual is that has the listing, right? So let's see if I have any images here. And as you see right here, we can kind of just pull one of Scott's headshots. So I'm going to kind of drag a frame over. And then I'm just going to grab Scott's headshot, and there we go. So as we're kind of taking a look right here, we can kind of place this. And then at this point, if we're happy with the content, we can click download on the top right-hand corner here, or we can just click file save. I personally like to kind of save in both forms of fashion, just in case if one is not working for me. So as we're taking a look right here, I'll go ahead and save that coming soon. And then I'll also hit file and I'll hit save right here. So now we have a paid ad that we can kind of showcase right here. Now, backing up right here, I'm still within my my social designs. And now I want to kind of create an ad that kind of speaks to the people that I'm already engaged with, right? So maybe at this point, I may want to do a holiday post right here. So I'm going to click on May. We have a few more days until May here, but just getting ready. What I can do here is I can do let's do a social wide right here. And we'll just use a simple Happy Mother's Day post. And again, as we're taking a look right here, there's not too much stuff that we need to do with any of our holiday posts. I may change the logo up a little bit right here. So we'll just bring a KW logo down below. And then again, maybe I might put my headshot in here. So I'm going to click on frames right here. Click on images. And let's choose this one right here. There we go. So now we have two different posts, one for external, people who don't know us, one for internal, for people who do know us. We're going to download this one more time and then save it on the designs page. So again, we will have two sections for us. So we'll go ahead and hit save right here. And then we'll hit file on the top left-hand corner and then save. Now, again, please keep in mind, if I went a little quick on this, we do have full in-depth as well as live trainings as well, okay? So as we have both of these ads created here, I'm going to make my way back to command. So I'm going to go make my way back to my designs here. And you'll see that I have my coming soon home, and then I also have my Mother's Day post. So I have these already created. I'm going to click on the red KW square on the top left-hand corner, and then I'm going to make my way to campaigns right here. So campaigns is, again, going to be for email, for direct mail, as well as for social. So when we jump in here, I'm going to give you a little overview on what to kind of see when you're navigating through here. So inside of campaigns, very much like designs and your homepage, there's a dedicated homepage for our campaigns here. Up at the very top where it says campaigns, you're going to have your dashboard, your paid ads, your emails, direct mail, and social posts. So when we run through this here, your paid ads, this is going to be where you set up that. And then your social posts, this is going to be your scheduled posts right here. So as we're taking a look down below here, this kind of indicates what connections that you have successfully connected within your settings inside of your KW command. So as you see right here, we have our email connected. We also have our Facebook connected, but much like how we mentioned before, we do not have our Twitter connected. And then right next to it, it kind of also showcases what may be going on right here in a little bit more detail. So it may show that we have Facebook, but we may not know exactly which Facebook is connected. Over here, it'll kind of show us that. So email connected is Scott's. Facebook that's connected is mine right here. Over here on social posts, this again shows you what we're able to kind of post from. And since we kind of selected inside of our settings here, inside of our command settings, we had the ability to select multiple business pages. So now you can actually post from my teaching samples as well as my travel destinations. So scrolling down here a little bit more, if you don't have time to like schedule a post out and you need to send one out to your business page to make sure that that people know about a specific event, activity, something just to kind of throw on there, you have these sections called quick posts. And it shows you 2 right here, but I believe there's way more than 2. I think there's like 12 or 14, something like that. Now, these quick posts really are set up for you to be able to click on the share button, and it kind of pre-populates a post here for you. You just have to kind of rearrange a couple wording and select where you want to send it to. So if I click on share right here, it's going to pre-populate all this information, this post, and then all we have to do is schedule that post out. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself here because we're going to actually take a look in depth on this page right here. So I'm going to back out here really quick. And as we scroll over here, you do have a shuffle. So just know that there are more than 2. As we kind of are shuffling through here, there's a number of different options for us. And then last but not least, as marketing and Facebook ads and campaigns and things like that can be a little difficult, KW Command has created its own dedicated section for tips and trainings when it comes to how to create a paid ad, how to manage social media posts, right? And how to stop an active campaign. So you also have more options as well, but just know that there's information here for you on this dashboard. We can click advanced tips right here, and then that goes into even more in-depth topics here. So as we scroll up here, there's one last thing that I kind of forgot to mention. We do see this create campaign button, but right next to this create campaign button, we have our payments. And if we click on payments right here, this is where we go to set up our payment method for sending out those paid ads. So right here, we'll click on add payment method. Here we'll enter in our card information. We have the ability to set it as a default. So much like on, Amazon or any of the other online purchasing places, you have the opportunity to set it as a default. So if you have multiple cards up here, you have that ability to swap between them. Now down below here, you have your ad spend metrics. Now this kind of just indicates where your money is going and how much you're collecting, how much you're yielding in terms of leads based off of that amount. So right here, we have this total spend cost through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, your command email if you have a higher subscription than that 5,000, your MailChimp, Google AdWords, and Real Mailers. So as we're taking a look through here, your CPLC, your CPC, and your CPM, these will filter through as you are creating ads through these individual social media platforms. Now, we will go through these CPLC, CPC, and CPMs in another page here because it kind of shows you a little bit better, more in-depth information on them. So as we're taking a look right here, once we have our payment method set up, what's going to happen is this is going to be used every time you create an ad. So as we're creating an ad, say I want an ad to run for 3 days, $5 a day. That's going to be a $15 ad, right? What we actually have here is what we call credits. So we put the $15 in for that ad, and it'll go in terms of credits right here. And say if by chance you needed to pause your ad or cancel your ad, before those 3 days were up, right? What it will do is after those 3 days are up and you've paused it, say on day 1 or day 2, after the 3 days, it'll return those remaining credits to you inside of this lot right here for you to be able to utilize on your next ad. So one thing to mention on this, I think is the biggest caveat, is that, again, think in terms of if I set an ad up for 5 days, and I cancel it on day 2, it still needs to wait until the end of day 5 in order for you to get your credits back. Because it's still kind of in that limbo. Facebook or Command's not quite sure if you're going to reactivate the ad or not. So they just wait until the very end of whatever that duration that you set up that ad for. As we're taking a look right here, we can kind of jump back over. I'm going to jump back over to the dashboard. And again, trying to reorient ourselves here, going from dashboard to paid ads right here, giving this a click. This will be where all of our paid ads are housed. So right down below here, if you start creating any paid ads, you'll see them appear right here. You'll see which ones have been in draft, which one have been sent, and which one have been active. So as you see, all these are kind of drafts right here. So there's nothing too much to show. But as we're kind of taking a look right here, let's start from the very top. This shows you how many ads how many ads in the last 30 days, 7 days, month to date, year to date, or lifetime. So again, we can toggle through here to see how many ads we've successfully published here. In terms of impressions, leads, and spend, this will filter out depending on what your category is. So if you say the past 7 days, this should show you how many impressions you got within the last 7 days. So again, we don't quite have any to show you right here. So again, this is going to be kind of 0 for us. But as we kind of take a look further down right here, there's going to be a little red error, and this is pretty important to note. It says we're experiencing technical difficulties with Google search ads right now. This feature will be back up soon. Thank you for your patience. This is not pertaining to your Facebook or Twitter ads, okay? So even though you're seeing this on our paid ads page right here, it's truly referring to your Google search ads, okay? For the past, since they've kind of set it up, they've been kind of working on getting your Google ads to work and connect successfully between the two. And again, as you're going through here, if you're wondering how to set up Google ads, Again, it's temporarily under construction, so we may not have an option for that just yet, but I also wanted to at least highlight this because it may be a little confusing right off the bat, indicating that your social media may have an error, which is not the case. So as we're taking a look a little bit further down here, we have all ads, right? So here's all the different ads that we have. We have all the ads that we've archived right here, all of our past ads that we've successfully published, all of our drafts, which you have seen at the very beginning there, and then all of the active campaigns that we have. So we should have the opportunity to filter between whichever section that we're kind of looking for. I'm going to toggle it back over to all right here. And remember on that other page when we were setting up our payment method, I was talking about that CPM, CPC, CPLC. What the heck is that, right? Well, as we're taking a look right here, and we actually get to specifically look at our ads right here, this will actually highlight each individual section that we were talking about. And if we kind of wonder what these are, right? If we scroll over all the way to the right-hand side right here and click on this information icon, this should give you definitions into this page right here in case you're ever lost and wondering what it is that they're talking about. So CPM, CPC, and CPLC right here. So these are the three sections that we're going to show you right here. Your CPM is cost per 1,000 impressions. So how much does it cost to reach 1,000 individuals, right? We can click on this drop down arrow right here, and we can see a little bit further in-depth description on this. So CPM is a common metric used by the online advertising industry to gauge the cost effectiveness of advertising campaigns. It is often used to compare performances between different ad publishers and campaigns. How is it calculated? CPM measures the total amount spent on an advertising campaign divided by the number of impressions and multiplied by 1,000. Example, if you spend $50 to get 10,000 impressions, your CPM was $5. So again, as we're kind of running through these metrics right here, you have those great metrics that again are used in those online advertising industries. So your CPC right here, your cost per click, how much does it cost for that lead to click on your ad right here? Right here, again, it'll just kind of showcase that. CPC shows how much on average each click costs you. CPC is a metric used in the online advertising industry for benchmark ad efficiency and performance. So your CPC will really be that performance gauger depending on how much it costs you to kind of run these ads and get those clicks. And then last but not least, your CPLC right here, the average cost per each lead. So that's that final total right there. Once that lead has been captured, how much does it cost through your ad spend and your metrics to claim that lead right here? I believe I've heard amazing stories as low as probably I think $1.12 or $1.23 a lead, which is absolutely amazing. So again, it all depends on how you're setting up your ad, who you're showcasing it to, and what results you're kind of looking for. But again, what a place to strive for. As we're taking a look here, a little bit further down, I did kind of show this a little bit here, but right here within our overview, just kind of shows you the name of the ad that you're creating right here. It shows you a preview image if it makes it a little bit easier to look at. And then the status of it. Is this still in draft mode? Is this processing? Is this already sent out and active, or has this already closed out? Duration. This is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to your credits, right? So this duration is 5 days long from the 31st to the 5th right here. And again, if I stopped it on, say, the 1st or the 2nd, then I may have to wait until the end of the 5th day to get that credit back. We just kind of covered this right here, and then your spend right here. How much did you put towards this one specific ad right here? So right here we have a $33 total spend, and again we'll be able to kind of watch that metric as it climbs up. And then last but not least, we have our goal. What is your goal? There's a number of different goals that we can choose. We can choose advertising, other, so on and so forth. But in this case, it just kind of shows you what you're using this ad for. And then right here, you have your 3 dots. We'll give these 3 dots a click. You can edit this campaign as it is still in draft mode. We can archive the campaign if we don't need it anymore. Or we can go ahead and duplicate the campaign if we're creating a couple different ads as the same, and we just kind of wanted to say swap the listing, right? Swap a little bit of information. So we can go ahead and do all 3 of those. The one thing that I would probably suggest is if you are running into errors with a ad, right? The ad's just not sending out, it's not collecting information, something's wrong with the ad. I would suggest pausing the ad and then not duplicating it. It makes it easy to duplicate the campaign, but I would recreate that ad from scratch to kind of help avoid carrying that same error over to your duplicated campaign. Hope that makes sense. So as we're kind of taking a look right here, we're going to create a campaign. We'll click on Create Campaign right here. We have those same sort of sections that we saw within our designs here. So we have our social ad, social post, direct mail, and email. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and create a paid ad right here. So as you see, it says the paid. We'll give that a click. This campaign name is truly going to be for you to identify this ad. So nobody else is really going to see this ad name other than you. So I can write we'll do just listed ad 428 right here. And as we scroll down, remember when we saw our goals over on the right hand side, this is where we're able to kind of select our goals. So are we going to advertise a listing? Are we advertising multiple listings? Are we trying to attract buyers? So depending on what you select right here, your options on the next page may be slightly different. They should all be identical, but there may be a couple options that are a little bit different depending on what you choose. For example, advertise multiple listings gives you that option to add more than one listing. In this case, I'm going to choose other right here. And since we have this connected, we can choose Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram right here. I'm going to choose Facebook for now, create campaign, and then you'll be taken to this page right here. As we are taking a look, the left-hand side is going to be all of the information that we use to create the ad. The right-hand side is going to be what that ad currently looks like, and it will change in real time for us as we're filling out this left-hand section right here. So first and foremost, you have the name and goal. So that's what we just filled out on the last page. Again, this is more for us to be able to identify what's going on with that ad. Second, right here, we have the opportunity to add a listing. Are we showcasing a listing right now? For me, I have that design that we just created. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. But if you wanted to pull in that entire listing right here, we could do that as well. Try that one more time. Do that 123 Main Street. And then we can just select one of these listings. Not sure if it's showing the same listing that I pulled up from that design there, but we'll use this one as an example here. And as we take a look at this right here, it pulled in that listing description as well for us. So again, we didn't really have to do too much when it comes to this. So if you do have a listing that you want to pull in and just send it out as an ad, super easy. Again, I think I'm going to try and see if I can remove this listing right here. All right, let's see. Okay, well, we'll just use this listing here anyways. I think it might be about the same listing. I'm not 100% sure, but as we're taking a look right here, if we click on configure text, if we didn't pull this listing in, so for example, if we create a brand new one, which I think I might do because I'll show you a little bit of of the different options that you have here. So, so again, creating another listing here. This time I'm not going to pull a listing in. So in this case right here, I have another blank one. And if you don't pull a listing in, you'll have a blank text copy right here. And that's going to, again, populate up at the top of the picture right here. So go through my typos here. So as we are filling out a good description for this ad right here, you can type this in and we are taking a look at social media as well, right? So we are trying to cater to the different platforms and the different individuals that may be seeing this ad, right? So inside of social media, I know we do a lot of like emojis and smiley faces, things like that. So we have that ability on the bottom left-hand corner here. You'll see a smiley face. We'll give that a click. And from here, I can just type in certain keywords, right? House. Here, I'll be able to add a house right here. See if I can do stats on the rise. And so this looks good for now. We can, of course, add a little bit more meat and potatoes to this, add a little bit fuller description, or again, pull in just that listing right here. Scrolling down below here, you have your headline and your description. And this is going to populate down below the image right here. So this is probably going to be the first thing that they see inside of this ad when they're scrolling through their social media. So adding just the headline description, you do have limited text options when it comes to these right here. So your description and your headline, your description takes 250 characters max. So there's only a limited option for us to be able to enter in text right here. Your headline is even less at 25 right here. So just by saying just listed right here, took half of my characters in this headline here. Again, let's add a little bit more emojis right here, so you can be able to. Let's see. And this is also fantastic for open houses too. So if you have an open house that you wanted to say schedule out for leads as well as for maybe just your internal group with the post scheduling, you have that ability to kind of create that right here. And with this learn more button, let's go back here to there we go. This learn more button, we're able to kind of change it to anything that we want. We can change it to sign up. We can change it to contact us, apply now. So again, we can really change this to fit our ad a little bit better. I missed the media section right here. So clicking on media, we can pull in a video. We can pull in images, text. We can upload it from our computer. But again, for this case right here, I'm going to add an image. I'm going to browse from our library right here, and I'm going to choose that 123 Main Street that we chose previously. All right, let's see here. Why am I choosing other for the campaign? Well, truthfully, I really wanted to showcase that the design, right? So I didn't want to really populate a listing or advertise like an event, because I didn't quite have or populate an event here for us. But by all means, like, you should have that ability to swap between the two for sure. I just used other because it was a little bit easier. It didn't tie me down to any like selecting a listing or anything. Clicking on images right here, I'm going to browse from the library. I'm going to pull this one in. It's going to appear down below right here, but I also have to preview and crop the image. So again, as we saw inside of our designs, we had some that were rectangle, some that were square. For here, it should automatically pre-populate which type of design this is. But if it doesn't, we have that drop down right here for us. So this looks perfectly fine. I'm going to save the image, and now we have this ad starting to take shape here. Down below, you have each office is independently owned and operated, and when it comes to this right here, you have the ability to add your DBA position right here. So if this were on the left right here, it may kind of double up and kind of overlap the content that was actually on the design. So I'm going to click the right hand side right here. Perfectly fine. Doesn't kind of overlap on anything. And as we scroll down a little bit more, then we get back to our Facebook setting. One last thing that I wanted to mention though is that if you had more images, by all means you can add those right there. It'll create a carouseling image here for you. All right, Facebook settings right here. This is another one that's important. This is probably one of the most important sections inside of creating a Facebook ad right here. Truthfully, because of this button right here, but we'll get to this in just a moment. First, what you see up here is your account and page. It's going to pre-populate your personal Facebook business account right here, or your personal account, right? And then it'll ask which business pages are connected to this personal account do you want to use to send out this marketing. Remember at the very beginning here, we only chose my travel destinations and my teaching samples. However, I did have one more business page that I could have selected. But I'm going to click on the teaching samples right here. And then as I scroll down, if you get an error right here, if you're trying to select your business page and you're getting an error, you may want to go back to your settings right here and then just reconnect your accounts. Destination, this is how you claim leads right here. This is the sole way that you claim leads and have them populate inside of your KW command system. When it comes to social media paid ads, right? So there's also other ways, but taking a look at this right here, if you toggle your destination as a site or landing page, which it kind of sounds like that's where we want to take them. We want to take them to our Eventbrite or our KW agent site, right? So they can check out the listing or sign up. But if you choose site or landing page right here, what this actually does is this ignores the lead capture process within KW Command. So, so if you click on this right here, this means leads are not going to be captured and they're just going to be taken to that site or landing page. If you click on lead generation form right here, when they click on your ad, a pop-up will show up that says like accept to continue. When they click accept, their information will be captured and sent to your command database, and then they'll be taken to that page. So keep in mind, we always want to choose the Facebook lead generation form unless you're only wanting to capture leads if they're filling something out on your next site. So as we are taking a look right here, contact us for a just listed. That's perfectly fine right there. Choose a site or landing page. I don't have a website. I can just pre-populate one right here. Or if I had a landing page for say an open house, I can select that also. And right when they click on the ad, they'll be directed to a landing page solely for this listing right here. Last but not, we've got a few more sections right here. I know we're backed up against time, but right here within our audience, we have auto audience, custom audience, and saved audience right here. This is where things get a little bit tricky. This and your duration and budget. There's no full proof way or explanation on what to do in order to be successful for this. Okay. This is those magical algorithms inside of our social media platforms that we have no idea how to really take advantage of. But as we're taking a look right here in your audience, first and foremost in this section, you have the ability to target a specific location. So if you want to target your local service area, if you want to target a specific state, something like that, we can go ahead and choose that auto audience and then that mile radius for that location. Next, we have a custom audience right here where you can target your database right there, which is pretty cool. So again, if you have a whole bunch of new leads that are coming in, you want to target them specifically for like certain open houses or things like that. You have that ability to choose target my database, and we'll just put in a specific tag. And as it's populating right here, and since I only have a couple minutes, just know that you can pull that in. You can also create a new audience as well, based off of tags and neighborhoods here. So I don't think I have, or I can't remember the audience that I created previously, but you do have that ability there. Once you create a saved audience, they'll appear on the right-hand side, this third section. Advertising to, that's what it is. I can write advertising to right here, and it should populate that that section there for me. But last but not least, you have a custom audience as well, right? So this is outside of your database. This is your leads inside of Facebook, inside of Instagram, inside of Twitter. Here we can actually choose a specific location. Right here, right below here, after the specific location, much like how we mentioned on the auto audience, you have your detailed targeting. And this is the thing where it gets a little bit trickier, because here we can actually select a specific section of targets. So maybe we want to target people who are associated with apartments, right? Maybe we want to target people who are associated with, say, banking, right? And at this point, as we start to select all of these checkboxes for this detailed targeting, for this targeted audience right here, keep in mind how many people belong to each one of these groups right here. So it's not always more is best, because more equals less saturation, right? But more also equals more opportunities. So it's kind of a gray area in how you want to set up. Do you want to target to 10 million people on a $5 budget? Or do you want to kind of make that a little bit more even on both sides, right? Maybe like a 7,000 audience, or 7 million audience on, on a little bit higher budget, right? So as we're taking a look through here, select whichever sections that you are looking to target, right? And this is where I really want to be specific and say that it really, your niches will really come into play, because for example, if you are a mechanic, right? If you're very good at cars, automobiles, if you have a hobby that you truly enjoy, you can engage with these targets a little bit easier. You can create an automobile design and post that through your automobiles group, right? So on and so forth. So be strategic in the way that you're creating your ads and the targets that you're sending them to, because that could play a huge part in your successful lead claims. So as we are taking a look right down below here, we have our lead settings. I'm gonna hit save. Let's go back down right here. Our lead settings. This is a really cool feature for us to be able to auto tag, right? So the moment a lead clicks on your ad right here and they're claimed inside a KW command, do you want them automatically tagged with something? Do you want them automatically assigned to a smart plan? Because here gives us the option to do that. So say I want all of these coming soon leads to be in a coming soon tag, or a Facebook coming soon tag, right? So you do have that ability to pull that through. And then last but not least, your duration and budget. Again, this will be very similar to that Facebook settings when it comes to your audience, right? There's no real true foolproof way of saying, yes, $5 for 10 days is going to get you this amount of leads. What I would do is I would be granular with this. I would use a few different tests when it comes to your duration and budget, as well as your audience. First, when it comes to your audience, you have a custom audience and you have an auto audience. If you want Facebook to run its own algorithms to claim those leads, the auto audience may be best for you. I may suggest creating the same identical ad, putting it on an auto audience and on your own custom audience, and see which leads get you more, see which ads get you more leads, because that will allow you to determine a little bit more clearly which function works a little bit better for you. Your duration and budget. your duration and budget right here, I truthfully say it may be best to create a 3 to 5 day, maybe up to 7 day ad right here. I personally never go 10 days because I believe, day one, you may not get too many leads. Day two, a couple leads may come in. Day three, you may get your bulk majority of leads. Day four, it may start to trickle off. And day five, it may start to drop off, right? So I like to be a little bit more granular with my ads so I know exactly where my money is going every single day. Now, you guys don't have to be like that, right? Maybe you have a full summer ad that you're trying to run. And you just want it to run all month long, right? You have that ability to do that as well. But I would typically say that about a 5 day budget, 5 day duration may be about the best for you to be able to identify when your leads are coming in and how successful that ad is being. You can always recreate that ad and post it again, right? Now, this allows you to be able to have your duration and budget. And since we only had one page that we're posting this to, this allows us to say that of a 10-day budget, $2.50 a day, right, will account to $25 total. So this will allow you to be able to adjust this accordingly. Pair your amount with what you're expecting to have your audience size at, right? So a great example again, having 10 million audience with a say $1 budget per day for 10 days. Not 100% sure how successful that will be, or 60 cents a day, right? So we may want to be strategic on that. Last but not least, we'll go ahead and save our draft. We do have the ability to publish it, but I did not fill in these sections all the way just yet. So for now, I'll save the draft, but you do have the ability to publish it once you complete it. I know I'm over. For those of you who want to stay on for just about 3 to 4 extra minutes, just taking a highlight on this social post right here. This is for your internal group. This is those free posting right here. It'll look exactly the same. Create an ad right here. We're going to create social posts instead of a paid ad. And again, you'll have that same sort of information. It's a little less digested though. So a little more digestible because you only have a few sections. Which social platform do you want this on? What's your text, right? Here, your image is going to be right next to your emojis. So your designs will actually be a drop down right here. We'll click on this one right here for Mother's Day. And then right here at the very bottom, we have the ability to publish it immediately or post schedule it out. So say if I wanted to schedule this out for Mother's Day, I have the ability to do so right here. We'll do Mother's Day, and then we'll hit post schedule, and then we can schedule that post out. I know I've been over about 7 minutes. Thank you guys so much for your time here today. If you have any additional questions, I'm going to drop our email as well as the YouTube page down below for you for when this class gets uploaded. It should take about 24 hours or so for it to be done processing. So again, if you guys have any questions, please reach out. Thank you so much again. Truly appreciate it, and have a fantastic rest of your week and a even better weekend.